One of you asked me the other day if during my formative years there was a particular story that I read or movie I saw that particularly scared me. And the answer is yes. And it's not going to be one that any of you are thinking. It wasn't the Exorcist or any of the Stephen King novels. I read all those and I saw those movies and I found them entertaining enough, but none of them really kept me awake at night. But there was one. There was a book that was published in 1972, I believe. It was called Stories of Ghosts, Witches, and Demons. It was edited by Freya Littledale, I think, and it was put out by the Scholastic book company. So this was a book targeted at kids. And I would have gotten a hold of it. I got a hold of this in the summer of 1977 when I was 9 years old. So I guess this was the summer between third and fourth grade. And I read through the stories, and there was one in particular that really scared the bejesus out of me. It was called The Demon of Detroit. And it was about this family, as the title implies, in Detroit, that had this evil entity in their back bedroom. And it was never the way that I don't want to. I think you can still. You can't get the book anymore. The book is more than 50 years old. I think you can still find the story out there. But the way it's very short, and the way it ends, it's very inconclusive. And also, it took place in not often a castle or something like that, but in a ordinary suburban house. And the artwork that went with this was, quite disturbing too, at least from the perspective of a 9-year-old. So that was what was being, weird. This was back in the 70s. Nobody was worried about what kids looked at back in those days. It probably would not pass muster with various censors and things today. But yeah, it was kind of scary then. It was the only thing I ever read or consumed as a kid that really scared me. Maybe that was part of what inspired me to write so many horror stories and things today. Anyway, thanks for the question. Thanks for tuning in. I will talk to you again soon.